What's up, Cowboy Nation? Really appreciate you guys for being part of this episode. Let's get into this mock draft situation. Now, this is from Cowboys Wire. Shout out to KD Drummond. With the first pick of the NFL 2022 draft, the Cowboys select Kenyon Green. Now, he's 6'4", 323 pounds. We all have issues as it relates to left guard situation, especially guard/center is a situation that have a very big hole for the Cowboys. Very big hole. Why not go ahead and fill it in with Kenyon Green? Now, you guys already know I already talked about my dog, Zion Johnson. But if it's between Zion Johnson and Kenyon Green, if we get either of those guys, I'm okay with it. But I kind of like Zion Johnson a little bit better. But in this particular world, the Cowboys go with Kenyon Green. Now, with the 56th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select George Pickens. Now, this is the second, matter of fact, this is the third mock draft that I see that George Pickens goes with the 56th pick. Now, before you guys say other wide receivers, just keep in mind, 6'3", high point the ball. He plays up to the level of competition. Hey, he gave the Alabama team fits against them, and he figures out the way to nose the ball, bring it in close to his chest, his body, his frame. And if anybody love the aspect of what Gallup brings to the table, of course, C.D. Lamb, if you love that aspect, and if you kind of like James Washington, then George Pickens fits right into that mold of wide receiver play. He's similar as it relates to high pointing the ball. Now, as far as route running, of course, now on this team, C.D. Lamb is the best route runner on this team, right? George Pickens, one can argue that he's not the excellent supreme route runner, but man, he uses his frame, play that boundary side. He's aggressive. You can line him up inside or out, and I believe that he primarily on this next level will play on the outside of it. But Pickens is no one to sneeze at, and he could be a damn good pick for the Cowboys with the 56th overall pick in the NFL draft. So let's move on a little further. And he's 6'3", 204 pounds, give or take, so he's solid build. I believe that will be a good pickup for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, in this particular mock, you have a trade situation to occur. So the Cowboys pretty much trade up, and they get another offensive pick in this draft. And the offensive pick would be yours truly, Calvin Austin. The fast guy, the blazing guy, the guy that's not afraid to take the top off the defense type of guy. He's 5'8". Yes, he's small. Yes, he's only 170 pounds. But I'm telling you guys right now, far as speed-wise, traffic-wise, inside slot-wise, end around, reverse sweep type of stuff, you looking at a guy that's dynamic, that's explosive, got good hands, and on top of that, he got quickness, acceleration, burst, and in a pinch, kickoff, punt return. You got that. You got somebody that the Cowboys can really use to help this team out. Now, granted, that's a lot of actions as it relates to wide receiver play. But sometimes you got to go with BPA, best player available, and you got to go with somebody that's willing to take the top off the defense that could help this team out tremendously, and on top of that, to give you extra cushions as it relates to bringing back that end around. We didn't do it a lot last season. Have you noticed that, Cowboy Nation? The Cowboys have not did a lot of end around routes. We used to do that, right? Bring that element back to the table because you got somebody who's quick, elusive, can create separation. I know we need some help on defense, and that's going to come with the next pick. But for right now, for the Cowboys going with Kenyon Green, not bad, right? And then follow that up with George Pickens, not bad. And then with the third pick, moving back in and trading up to get Calvin Austin with the C, not the one with the K, from Memphis is a beautiful sight because these guys, man, they play with a chip on the shoulder. You guys know how this goes. And across the board, whether it's three-cone drill, the 20-yard shuffle, he ranked and he scored high in those categories. And, of course, he is a fast blazer, a guy that can run so fast that you can say to yourself, regardless of what they clocked him at the combine. He's quick. I know that some people say, man, at 4.29 or 4.21 or 4.3, whatever the speed, that's the official number. Just look at the tape. Regardless of the 40, don't worry about the 40 time. Just look at the tape. Look at the tape. You will see. So far as numbers, getting into the fist fights of whether or not he actually ran that number or not, just look at the tape. You'll see that he gets a separation. And on top of that, you talking about a receiver that can take the top off the defense, that can create yak. You looking at a dynamic player. Now, last but not least on this short draft, Sam Williams, edge rusher from Mississippi. Ole Miss, by the way. 6'3.5", 261. Hey, the guy got length. He got the arm range. He looked like his arms go forever. And a lot of Cowboys beat writers, a lot of Cowboys information people who hit the streets with the Cowboys been saying that this guy, Sam Williams, is the creme de la creme. It's the guy that Dan Quinn, he don't like him at all. No. Dan Quinn loves this guy. So I'm looking at everything from a mock draft perspective, right? We all know that player evaluation is 365, and we got to trust what Will McClay would do. And especially with Will McClay working with Dan Quinn and hearing the news that even Mike McCarthy saying, you know what, I got to go out here for these pro days. I'm not finna go bump shoulders, rub elbows with these guys at this NFL annuals meeting. You know, I'm not finna do that. I know that my back is against the wall. I got to claw, fight, and get the best thing possible for this team. Now, granted, Cowboy Nation, yes, we guys all know that this particular team got a long way to go during this offseason. It is easy for us to say, man, this team ain't going nowhere, right? It's easy for us to say that because of the movement that's happening, and it's not enough as it relates to on paper. Remember, all of this stuff is on paper. All of it. No one around this time last season saw Terrence Steele developing and becoming who he is now. No one saw that. And I get it, right? It could be the same for us saying this with Simi Fehoko, right? He can all of a sudden rise up to the occasion, right? And we done fooled around and drafted 2 more wide receivers and still need help on the front 5 as it relates to that offensive line. Why not double back and get somebody else on their front 5? Or on the defensive side, why not go give the Cowboys an opportunity to have that big body inside, right? And I told it all of you guys before, don't sleep on John Ridgeway. Late in the draft, you can go find a guy like that who's about 320 pounds, who can put right in the middle, play that one tech lineup at 0, shade the shoulder. You know, this dude can get a feel real good. And I think that would be a good solid piece for the Cowboys if they pick up in the later rounds, right? So it's all about finding a piece that could work together with each other. And I'm quite sure that the Cowboys are trying to figure that out, Cowboy Nation. Post me your thoughts of this. Shout out to KD Drummond. Shout out to Cowboys Wire on all of this. They got some good information as it relates to the Dallas Cowboys mock draft series. And check it out. I'll post a link in the description box. But let's go, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys.